This is the first of our mini-series, the Lowcountry Lifestyle. The first episode, I took a poll on Instagram and it got voted Quail with QB1 would be the name of the first episode. Zach played quarterback at the Naval Academy, a beloved representative of our football team.
Yes, sir.
Zach's never been quail hunting before, so that's why I'm wearing this. But you did grow up duck hunting.
I did a little duck hunting. This is a little different duck hunting. We start, early in the morning. Excited to get out here.
I love watching the dogs. They're like, they can probably already smell the quail.
Yeah, they know exactly where they're
Look how amped he is. So I guess we're hunting with these 3 dogs first, and then look, you can see, I don't know.
And they're just...
I think we might have hunted with the one on the left last time. Me this year, like that's this whole thing is I'm trying to learn how to become more low country. It's been a lot of fun. What have I learned how to do this year? Oystering, wild oystering has been really fun. Mussling is cool. They're like on top of the marsh grasses, that was cool. Oyster roasts outside are a lot of fun. That's like very, we did that some in Maryland, but not to this scale down here.
Yeah, down here, that's like a staple down here.
Yeah.
So have you been to this one before?
We came to this one about a month ago, and I just thought it was so well done. Evan was so nice. And I guess they control burn maybe a 50-acre portion underneath pine trees. And Evan can describe it, but I guess the quail just love that environment. And then afterwards, obviously, we'll break down all the quail and then we'll make some cool dishes with it this week, which will be fun. Yeah. I made some quail poppers, which is what most people make. It's just like a grilled quail wrapped in bacon, which is really good.
How high do they fly? Do they fly like, do they go up in the trees, or like where's a kind of good shooting range?
Other times when it's windy, they will stay low.
Yeah.
But every bird's different. When we chase a bird that hunters can't kill, some of them tend to fly straight up and we'll go to them and try to hunt them again.
See how he looked at me when he said that? When we have to chase him. But you'll see why Dick Cheney shot one of his friends by accident.
I don't want to see that. I hope I don't see that.
Good point. I should have worded it differently. You can get a feeling for why that happened, I guess.
There you go.
See him right there, Zach? Kind of walking on the ground. Looks like there's 2 of them.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
All right, we got to warm up,
We're
boys.
a little rusty, yeah.
Wouldn't be realistic without a couple misses here, Zach. Marines don't usually use shotguns, so that's like a natural disadvantage.
Actually, my MOS, we do use shotguns, so I have no excuse.
Just don't tell people that. In one of the bowl games, he had, what was it, the most rushing yards
it was,
before, compared to Kareem Hunt or something?
I was tied with the most touchdowns for a bowl game with, I think, Barry Sanders on that list.
So it's a good list to be on.
Yeah, it was 5 touchdowns.
Don't think I'm on any list with Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Zach, let's turn the tides here, okay?
Yeah, it's time.
Hey! Whoa! Hep, hep.
Oh, look at all. Zach, you got that one.
You did.
No, you did. That's the one you nicked it when it was going away.
You smoked that one. That was good.
That's it. Way to go. Great shot, Zach.
Just trying to get the leading right, you know?
He's got him dialed in now, baby.
I'm dialed in now, yeah.
Oh, it's a great shot.
Good job, Dixie.
See, isn't the flow of it fun? You get to talk with Evan and Perry. Dogs are working.
Bastard.
Thought I saw another one flying off, but I don't know. It's literally right here. Have you calculated? So you bought your house in Lejeune just based on appreciation. Have you made more on that than your base salary in the Marines? Probably.
Getting close to it.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
Definitely getting close to it. Yep.
No, yeah, Dixie's birdie.
I mean, really, the best part about that house and that first purchase of mine is, we could have easily just sold it and then, used the cash to buy another house, but we decided to keep it, right? And
Now it's working in the background. Like it's working in the background every month.
One day we put it on the market. One day it got rented out.
Really?
One day.
Oh my god. Do you think it was the price that did that, or it's just a nice quality?
I think it was around PCS season. We're about 7 minutes from gate 8, the back gate, Camp Lejeune.
All right, we're not missing this time, Zach.
Nope. It was awesome. And just seeing the dogs work
fun?
is just something.
So laid back.
Yeah.
It's just nice to like be outside. It's quiet. Yeah. Watch the dogs running. What was the interest rate of your first house?
2.75.
Like your GPA?
pretty close to. So JD, what was your first kind of introduction to real estate, and how did that interest you?
It was a mistake, which is probably the best way to start. I have a good story about real estate failure after we destroy this quail. You got a down leg. You got at least the left leg down, which is good. Yeah, so the first thing we did that was the biggest mistake was the situation you were describing. Went down to Pensacola. Obviously, I had my active duty income. Liza, my wife, was working remotely for Fannie Mae in DC.
Oh.
So we had 2 incomes, very little debt. Downtown Pensacola, decided not to buy, and we rented. And the properties that I look at, if you like go back in time, we missed out on like $700,000 in appreciation. Like it's that bad. Like it's that shocking.
Yeah.
Because that was 2016. It was before like the COVID price boom.
Yeah. Yep.
Stuff in downtown Pensacola was selling for like, I don't know. We had an amazing real estate agent in downtown Pensacola. We're still great friends with them. And I don't know why we didn't buy, but I think it was just because I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like scared because, dude, when you're graduating from Navy, literally you get more education on like different uniform options than what is going to be your biggest expense.
Yeah, that's so true.
And then second worst decision was we went out to San Diego. We found this awesome condo and it was like clearly underpriced. This must have been like, oh man, 2017 or maybe 2018. And I called my parents and you know, like my dad is entrepreneurial, but like buying properties on the other side of the United States was just like not something that he thought would be that great of an idea.
There we go.
There it is.
Hey, come on.
Look, look, look.
Let's go. And that property went up like $1 million value. So between Pensacola and San Diego, we left. Don't think I'd be working anymore.
Yeah, really.
And then I didn't know how the VA loan worked. I was a captain. I was a PAO out of Camp Pendleton. And we bought like a half an acre lot in downtown Pensacola because I thought with the VA loan it would be really easy to build. I didn't know anything. So we bought a piece of land. It was like $290,000, I think. We put 10% down. Our realtor was awesome again. And then I got into the weeds of like, okay, I'm gonna take out financing to build a house. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna put a cabin on the back. And looking back on it, I'm like, I literally had no idea what I was doing. I should have never gotten in that situation.
Well, you didn't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah, I wish I just had like someone to talk to. That's why like I'm so excited about the summit, because I love all the excitement of like the firsties that are like, I'm gonna do this when I graduate, I'm gonna do this. And not at all that you're trying to pump the brakes on like really good ideas, but at least you can steer them in a direction that's like, they're not getting fixated on buying an Airbnb in downtown Annapolis for 6 months, and then they don't even know that they can't do that because of their orders. So.
Right, as tempting as that would be.
Yeah. Then we bought a quadplex in downtown Pensacola and turned it into 4 Airbnbs, and that's where like we became hooked.
Yeah.
We had to go 10% down. The purchase price was $560, so still a really good deal. The reason we had to go 10% down is because when I got out of the Marines, I didn't have a job offer right away, so I had no usable income. I was doing entrepreneur stuff. None of that income was usable from like a debt ratio perspective. So we'd use my wife's salary alone. We couldn't qualify on her salary alone, so we put 10% down, which was like all of our savings, 56 grand, which was terrifying. And then we slowly renovated all of the Airbnbs over like a year during COVID.
While you're still living in it?
While we were living in one of the units, which is like the classic story of that you read on like Reddit where people are like, I wish I could have done that. We were lucky enough to do that, but it came at like a pretty great personal cost because like living inside of a renovation is really difficult.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm sure.
but then we had all the units on Airbnb and it really started just pumping out income and we were hooked.
Oh yeah.
It was still really, really hard, but like that's why like we've been hooked on it ever since.
And you still have that?
Yeah, we still have that.
Still have that? That's awesome.
And I don't know, like I toy with the idea of selling it kind of for the reasons you were talking about, like taking some chips off the table. You know, we still have a lot of expenses, consolidating some debt. But when you get like Airbnb deposits after doing nothing, like on a Tuesday we'll get like an Airbnb deposit, we're like, wow, this is sweet.
That's pretty awesome. And how are you?
We were self-managing it for a while, then we had professional management.
There you go.
We ended up taking them off Airbnb for 2 years to try out a triple net lease option with a commercial company, and it was actually awesome.
Oh.
So we're in the process of putting them all back on Airbnb. So we'll have a total of 6 in downtown Pensacola, which is cool. Hopefully going into the busy season of summer. But I spent most of the week talking to an insurance company out in Bozeman, Montana that specializes in like short-term rental insurance, which is like kind of hard to find. Imagine like a bride like lights your kitchen on fire, which happened to us. Like your normal homeowner's insurance isn't going to cover that.
Right.
So you have to get like a very specific type of short-term rental policy.
Yeah.
But it's not that expensive. It's like $7,000 for the whole year. So let's just call it like $700 a month, and you're protected from like literally everything, which that's like a quarter or a half a night of like rental revenue from all the units going. So that's pretty justifiable. That's pretty much it. And now we're just like trying to figure out how to keep getting real estate without using all of our remaining cash because we have 3 kids, which is like what you and I were talking about. It's like no one knows how to do that.
Yeah.
You log on to TikTok and everyone's like, oh, I bought 1,700 units this weekend. And you're like, okay, well, can we just talk about how to buy one?
Right.
When it's not your primary residence?
There's definitely a lot that goes into it, but I'll tell you what, probably the most intriguing real estate investing while being in the Navy, Marine Corps, or whatever branch you go is your W-2 follows you every 2 to 3 years.
Yes.
So you can buy a house in, say, Pensacola, and then you get stationed, I don't know, to Norfolk, Virginia. You buy another house there for 0% down. You can, if you have enough VA entitlement left.
It's so rare too, because like we do a lot of VA loans, but I also do a lot of conventional loans for non-military people, and it's so much harder. You have to like, trying to get a job that, like getting a job offer in a different city that forces you to move. A job offer that doesn't have a lot of contingencies that you have to clear.
Yeah.
Think of like even like a Delta pilot. When you get hired by Delta, let's say you're moving to Charlotte or like a hub, a lot of guys find themselves in this position. The job offer has like a lot of contingencies in it that don't allow you to buy a house. It's like you have to pass all your licensing stuff, drug testing, and like until all of that's done, you can't get approved for a mortgage. It's really tough. Oh, here we go. Nice, Zach. Good shot, Zach.
Well, dudes, how'd we do?
Oh, it was great. We did good. We hit how many we hit? We had 100 quail. I think we got 25.
30,
I don't know.
40.
What's that percentage?
Yeah.
But we had fun.
I'm just tickled.
That was, talk about 2 tickled Marines.
2 tickled Marines right here.
RFKs. Rolling over his grave. Remember this. Doesn't RFK like hate Mountain Dew?
Probably.
Shout out to Legacy Farms. They crushed it for us.
Yeah.
It's business expense. That's right. Can't really do business expense deer hunting.